Hey, Lasash here. I'm an attorney in the Southern District of California here in San Diego. If you're new to the channel, every Wednesday we go into a deep dive on one criminal case, and every Friday these are more of an informal videos where I give you some of the news that happened in the days prior. Today I'm going to start off with the Born Free Motorcycle Show. This is one of the biggest events in the country, and of course it has nothing to do with the legal world. Instead, it's something I'm excited about: motorcycles. Tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, in the Oak Canyon, California, which is close to Lake Forest. If you're interested in motorcycles, come to this event. It is one of the best motorcycle shows in the country, if I haven't said that already. Now, you're going to see thousands of motorcycles. There's going to be vendors, food, band playing. There's going to be some brothers who are going to be riding motorcycles on a wall of death, going in circles. You can stand on top, watch them. They will throw you a t-shirt if you put some money out. It's going to be awesome. Now, if you're going to see me, I'm going to have a few beers, and don't be afraid to say hi. I will have these stickers with me, the Do Not Arrest This Person stickers. I'll be wearing this shirt. I will give you the stickers for free. I might even have some shirts on me to give out. Now, all of this is available, of course, on my website at lostdash.com. If you purchase a t-shirt, I will throw some stickers into your package. And of course, you can buy them separately as well. And if you see me tomorrow, again, come up, say hi, and I will give you some stickers.
Subscribe to the Lost Dash YouTube page. That's LAWSTACHE.
Now into more serious topics. The first one is that the Supreme Court has now struck down the Trump-era ban on bump stocks. If you're into firearms, you know that bump stocks essentially change how the weapon operates. It makes the semi-automatic weapon operate more like a machine gun. The interesting part here is that there was a bipartisan support in Congress to ban bump stocks, and also the NRA also supported the ban. But now the Supreme Court has struck down the ban. Now the second topic deals with expert witness testimonies in criminal cases. Before I describe this case, let me explain you something. In any criminal statute in the United States, there's usually a mens rea and the actus reus. What does this mean? There should be an act as well as the mental state proven before somebody is found guilty of a crime. For example, if you're in Walmart and you accidentally walk out with an item and then you go, oh shit, I forgot to pay for it, and return and pay for it. Well, the actus reus of taking the item out of Walmart was there. You probably made the act of stealing or taking the item. But the mental state, the intent to steal, of theft, was not there. You did not have the intent to steal because you right away returned and paid for the item. So in this example, the prosecutor will have a hard time proving the mental state. When we're dealing with evidence, anytime we have an expert witness testimony or really any sort of evidence, there's always a debate between the probative value versus prejudicial effect. What does this mean? If the expert witness is testifying, he cannot say, as an expert, I believe that this person is guilty. That is a legal conclusion, and it is up to the jury to decide. So an expert witness usually cannot testify and say, I believe that this individual had the mental intent or the mens rea to commit this crime. In this case, we're dealing with a border-related crime of transporting narcotics. This case came from the Southern District of California, where I practice. Most of our cases in this district are related to the border somehow. They're either drug-related or immigration-related offenses. Now, some individuals who transport narcotics probably know about the narcotics in their vehicle, but of course, some portion of individuals either get tricked or simply don't even know they're transporting narcotics. Throughout the years, there were different examples where the cartel used magnets to attach narcotics to the bottom of the car. Of course, tourists are sometimes tricked or transport drugs unknown to them. For example, they go to Tijuana to party and somebody goes into their vehicle, puts the drugs inside, and then these individuals drive across the border not knowing that there's drugs inside their car. So the actus reus of driving the narcotics across the border is there, but the mental state, the intent to transport narcotics, is not there if you don't know that you have narcotics in your vehicle. Usually, the prosecutor would come in and try to prove the case, the mens rea, using some sort of evidence, for example, a cell phone that has pictures or messages on when and how to transport narcotics. Those are the type of evidence that the prosecutor usually uses. Throughout the years, I had different types of cases. I had an example where my client on previous days Googled what are the punishments and how he would get caught if he transported drugs, where it is better to hide them. This is the type of evidence that proves the individual knew about the narcotics. In this case, we have Ms. Diaz, who says that she did not know about the narcotics in her car. And in trial, the prosecution brought an expert witness who testified that most people who drive narcotics across the border know about the narcotics that are there in their vehicle. In this case, Agent Flood did not express an opinion about whether Diaz herself knowingly transported methamphetamine. Instead, he testified about the knowledge of most drug couriers. That opinion does not necessarily describe Diaz's mental state. Because Agent Flood did not express an opinion about whether Diaz herself knowingly transported methamphetamine, his testimony did not violate Rule 704B. Now, Rule 704B prohibits expert witnesses from testifying about the defendant's mental state, whether the individual had the criminal intent, because that's the element of the crime, and it is usually up to the jury to decide. So think about it. If you're sitting on a jury and you hear an expert saying that most people in this defendant's position knows about the narcotics in the vehicle, do you think that's prejudicial? Well, I think so, because after all, it is up to the jury to decide whether the individual knew or didn't know about the narcotics, whether that person intended to transport them or not. And here you have an expert who's testifying that most of the time, in most cases, most individuals do know and have an intent to transport narcotics. This is a big expansion on the Rule 704B. It creates a huge exception. So if you're interested in this topic, I urge you to read this case. I will link it in the description below. And by the way, every single case that I ever describe on this channel is always linked in the description in full so you can read it for yourself. And finally, the third topic is that the Biden administration has unveiled a new parole in place de facto amnesty program for illegal aliens married to U.S. citizens. This will affect about 500,000 people, according to the Biden administration. So these are the three topics I wanted to share with you today. And thank you for watching my channel, subscribing to it, sharing with your friends and family. If you're listening to the podcast version of this recording on Audible or Spotify, please give my podcast a 5-star review rating. And finally, if you want to support this channel, consider going to loststash.com and check out some of the merch, including these Do Not Arrest This Person t-shirts. And if you're coming to Born Free, come up, say hi, get some stickers. I'll see you there tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next Wednesday for a deep dive on another criminal case. Thanks for watching.